you've heard of Kaneko Ayano, chances are you've probably heard of this. But in reality, Kaneko Ayano is so much more than that. Although we will never know for sure if she knows about her song Romance Sengen being meme material in the West, we do know that she's taking notice of this international traction that her songs are getting. So who even is Kaneko Ayano anyway, other than the meme queen we've come to see her as? Kaneko Ayano was born on the 30th of January 1993 in Kanagawa Prefecture, Japan. An Aquarius. While they can be social, they are not likely to participate in social interaction. You do sense that vibe from Miss Kaneko, a quiet girl who loves some fun now and then, but needs to be home alone once in a while. Perfect segue, isn't it? Well, Home Alone was actually my introduction to Kaneko. I can proudly say as a gaijin it was not the slander meme. I discovered Kaneko in 2018 with her spectacular third album, Shukusai, or Public Holiday. Kaneko Ayano got into music at a young age, influenced by prominent Japanese bands like Orange Range and Yamato. She was quite distant in age to her older sister, who started playing the piano in elementary school whilst little Ayano was rolling around on the floor. Her words, not mine. This was her first real introduction to music. However, she didn't believe in herself until later on when she was given encouragement from her high school friends. After going to live shows or live houses, as they're known in Japan, she finally fulfilled the confidence needed to start a career in music. The song that got her big break in high school was Happy Endo wo Kikaseru yo, or Make Me Listen to a Happy End. This song is featured on her debut album, Raise wa Aidoru, or Idol in the Afterlife. With only 8 songs and under 30 minutes, it's a great summer release as the season it is intended to listen to. An underrated gem is Swimming or Swimming. If you haven't listened to her earlier stuff, I highly recommend it. A year later, her sophomore album is released, Koi Suru Rakusei or Love Planet. First song, Konbini or The Convenience Store, is a great way to kick off the album's indie rock sound, with Ayano playing such strong guitar riffs. I could guarantee the Strokes would be trembling in their boots. One of my earliest discoveries of Kaneko, and I have great memories listening to it. I also made an amazing remix for the song, back when my channel was called Shiori Remixes. Let's not go back there. Kisu or Shio or Let's Kiss is a beautifully ditty that is a painful reminder of how parasocial your relationship with Kaneko really is. There's a really good live version of Kaneko Ayano playing this live at a tea house back in 2016. It's 2017. Bad news. Donald Trump is sworn in as the 45th President of the United States. Good news. Kaneko Ayano has a new release, and it's an EP. Hikare Ai or Shining Love. Now this is one of my favourite works by Ayano. The last song on the EP, Asa ni natte yume kara samete, or When It's Morning and I awake from my dream, was so good. My 10-year-old self just had to, you guessed it, make a remix about it. I was in my DJ era then, okay? There is an excellent live version of Togaro or Sharping. I'm not sure what the right word is to describe the title of the song, and my mum didn't have a definitive answer. Kaneko likes to use very obscure titles for her songs and album titles, which is one of the many things I admire about her. Again, I noticed the same guy from Ayano's Kiss Was Your performance is sitting in the front row. Nothing creepy about that, I'm sure. After all, it is at the same venue, but I just had to point that out. Kaneko's career has come to the point where old dudes are taking time out of their day to come and watch her over a cup of tea. A significant achievement. Spectacular third album. Out of nowhere, a bunch of glorious songs are thrust into the open. From start to finish, Shukusai is ridden with acoustic anthems, Kaneko taking somewhat of a folk direction. This marks the start of Kaneko releasing Hitori Deni, or solo albums. Basically, Shukusai is re-recorded solely by Kaneko without her backing band. Once you've finished the listening party of Kaneko Ayano, you mustn't forget to listen to these. We're in for a treat 1 year later with Kaneko's fourth album, Sun Sun. No translation needed here, just a nickname with the best album cover, a cat. One thing to know about Kaneko is she's a cat lover. Kaneko has done it again, people. Yosuga, or Something to Rely On, is Kaneko's latest album, released in April 2021. The album cover confuses me for a second. I'm like, what is it exactly? It reminds me of those photos I used to take as a little kid of creases in my blanket, thinking that was solid photography right there. Something to rely on, such as a blanket? It was supposed to be released in 2020, but oh no, Kaneko Ayano got COVID. Thankfully, Kaneko recovered, but she was going through a rough patch, which she doesn't hesitate to show through music videos, where Kaneko is seen visibly in tears. As she told Tokyo magazine, quote, "I gave up on making energetic songs this time. Nobody needs them. I feel like that's the biggest difference between the music I made until Sun Sun and now. May I suggest Mune no naka de shika nemurenai neko no yoni, or like a cat that can only sleep in your chest?" People draw comparisons to Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit, but I smell more teen spirit in her song Arcade from Shukusai. You're still here? Great. We're nearly done. We arrive in the now, where Kaneko has announced her 6th studio album to be available in January next year. She's presented us with 2 interesting songs, which I haven't listened to enough yet to get into, but I'm sure they'll grow on me by the time the album comes around. I'm trying to predict a unique theme for this album that's unlike any of her previous works. For starters, the album cover is black and white, so maybe we could expect to hear some dark elements, but not so depressing as Yosuga. So finally we come to the end of my mini Discog dive, commentary video, whatever you'd like to call this. I have a few more things I'd like to say before we wrap things up. One English YouTube comment I read a while back described Kaneko as Björk based on her appearance in the music video for Romance Sengem. But personally, in my humble opinion, I see Kaneko Ayano as the Japanese Regina Spektor. Oki and philosophical lyricism. Their voices are also similar in some way. Not that important, but I just got to compare female artists, you know. Something another comment criticised me for, but that's another story for another video. Thanks for watching this very long video, folks, but I hope you got something out of it.